All right, Shalom Israel, giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Kwakadash, the honors to the elders of GMS, with well salutation to you, Hakim out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Now, this is just an article this is on RT.com, about, more violence that's befalling our people and expound on the reason why this is happening, according to the Bible, which is the only thing that ever matters is the Bible and the words of the Lord. So, the article starts off by saying protests erupt over decision not to charge Minneapolis cops who killed Thurman Lovins, okay, which is another so-called black man, so-called African American, which biblically is from the tribe of Judah, okay, the real Jew of the Bible, okay. He was murdered by Minneapolis police, and I guess the people of the town that knew him and witnessed the killing or the murder of Thurman uh, riot to start the protest, okay? And I'm just going to read a little bit of the article and I'm going to give the reason, according to the Bible, why this is happening. So it says activists are protesting the decision not to charge two Minneapolis, Minnesota police officers who had shot and murdered. I'll say murdered instead of killed because to kill is a righteous thing, meaning uh, it was okay or it was a reason. Like, for instance, you kill an animal to eat. Okay, you kill an enemy because he's an enemy, or you kill somebody in defense of yourself. So it said police officer was shot and murdered. Murdered means to kill without a just cause. That's murdering somebody. And that's exactly what happened to Thurman. So it said shot and murdered Thurman Blevins. Authorities said the Judite man, I'll say the Judite man, which he really is, not an African or an American, he's a Judite man, was armed and dangerous, but protesters disagreed, right? Because, what happens is Esau likes to downplay uh, his afflictions. Esau likes to downplay his persecutions of the children of Israel. So, of course, they say he was armed and dangerous, but the protesters disagreed because the man wasn't armed. He didn't have any weapons on him. The police felt that he was a threat and shot him. Reading on, it says protests interrupted the press conference of Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman on Monday before he could announce that he would not be charging Officer Ryan Kelly and Justin Schmidt, which sounds like a Jewish name. Okay, so these are two police officers, Officer Ryan Kelly and Justin Schmidt. Sounds either Jewish or Russian. The white boys, Edomites, Esau, so-called white man, and his descendants, they charge him not guilty. You see? So it says, I read this last one and I want to get the reason according to the Bible why this is happening. It said these cases tear apart our community. So this is in quotation. These cases tear apart our community. No one wins today. A young man is dead. Our officers face increasing criticism and scrutiny. Right. They deserve to be criticized and scrutinized because they murdered an innocent man, mainly a Judite according to the Bible, God's chosen people. And the community is devastated. Freeman. So this is as we read before, this is an attorney of the county of Hennepin. Okay. This is so they have Jonathan Razel. I don't know who he is, but I guess he looks like somebody. It says family and loved ones of Thurman Blevins have taken over Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman's news conference, warning explicit language. Okay, so gonna get a little bit of this. Okay, so as you can see, Jake is rising up. Okay, so I want to get a quick precept because I didn't watch that before I started the video. I didn't see that part, so I didn't even check it in. This is like freestyle off the dome. So as we know, so-called black men in America is indeed the Judites according to the Bible, or Judah, and Jew is short for Judah, meaning the head tribe of Israel. Okay, the real Jews, not Amalek, not the people in Israel right now, but the so-called black man. Why? Because he fits the curses. And I'm going to get into it. This is Judah is a lion's whelp. Now, a lion's whelp is a baby lion or a young lion. Let's say that lion's whelp, a young lion. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. Right, from the prey, thou art gone up. Who is the prey? Esau, or the Edomites, were intended to be the prey. So-called white man. He's supposed to be the prey. Meaning, he said, thou gone up, meaning you had walked away from him. Thou gone away from the prey, or attacking the prey, which is Esau, a so-called white man. He said, he stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And this is with Jacob, which is the father of the 12 tribes, our father, our grandfather, or great grandfather, so to speak, of the 12 tribes, said, this is what will behold us in the last days. So I start at 1, Genesis 49 and 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. So this is supposed to be a future prophecy from, uh, our father Jacob to our other fathers of the tribes, the 12. Okay, so he said this is going to happen to us in the last days. Judah is crouched as a lion, as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? Because Judah is in a state of uh, old, crouched, non-threatening, okay, non-combative, very, very, very like an old lion, man. Old lion is gave up the fight. That's what old lions they give up the fight. A young lion is known for his strength and his might and his courage and his rage. But an old lion is known to be very passive, okay, not to chase the prey anymore. Okay, it's giving up the fight, pretty much ready to die. And that's majority of our people. So as you can see here, um, as you see here, the Heavenly Father is rousing up Jake through the murdering of our brothers. Okay, I get another scripture because race war is gonna happen. This is Zechariah 9 verse 12. Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even to this day do I declare that I will render double unto thee. So who is the prisoner of hope? Meaning you're a slave to your faith and hope. What do we hope for? To be free, to be salvaged from our adversaries, our enemies, chiefly the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom. Prisoners of hope, even to this day do I declare render double unto thee. So the Heavenly Father is going to reward our enemies what they've done to us, okay? Slavery, persecution, murdering, castration, okay, raping, all etc. This is verse 13. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece. So Judah is going to be filled in a bow with Ephraim, okay? What is that symbolizing? A bow is a weapon used to kill. So Judah is symbolically representing the arch, and Ephraim is a bow. Combined makes a very deadly weapon. So Judah and Ephraim is going to be combined to be a weapon against raised up thy sons, O Zion, meaning the men of Israel, against thy sons, O Greece. Now we know who the Greeks were. We know the chief Greek was Alexander the Great, so it's the so-called white man, which is Greece or Rome or America or Edom, Esau, okay, the Germans, Russians, what do you want to name them? So our people are going to fight against them and make thee as a sword of a mighty man. Okay, so the Lord is going to have us rouse up and be a sword of a mighty man. Now we know anything about a mighty man is known to destroy and to kill and slaughter where there's no help. So play this again. So he said black people are tired of being hunted down like this. So this is hold on, Salakia. I just had it. This is Zechariah 11 verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Right. So they kill us, and obviously you see the verdict was not guilty. So whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity it not, because our shepherds ain't telling us the reason why this is happening. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 33, which is a curse that's going to befall the Israelites in if they broke the commandments of God. So this is Deuteronomy 28, verse 33, the fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt only be oppressed and crushed always. Okay, and that's what's happening now. We only being oppressed and crushed always, meaning to be treated unjustly, and crushed, meaning to be killed, and persecuted always. Okay, that's why this is happening. So this is said. It says, this is Ezekiel 39, verse 28. Then shall they know that I am the Lord their God, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathens. Uh, but I have gathered them unto their own land, and I have left none of them any more there. Okay, so the Lord brought us into this captivity to be killed, to persecute, not to destroy us, but to make us remember that we are not to break his commandments ever again. He said, this is Amos 3 and 2. Ye only have I known, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore will I punish you for all your iniquities. And that's part of the punishment. To be killed and murdered in the streets like cattle, like dogs, like the man said. Okay, slaughtered. So this is reading on, says Blevins relatives insist he was not a threat to either the officers or the community. Quotations. He didn't deserve to die. His cousin Sidney Brown told Minneapolis Star Tribune. He wasn't a threat when the officer approached him. They didn't view him as a human being. Okay, and that's a fact. Blevins 31 was shot and killed on June 23rd. The Minneapolis Police Department released a body cam video of Kelly Schmidt showing them confronting a man with a gun chasing him, and when he tried to flee on foot and shooting him once he pulls the gun from his pants. Freeman's statements about the facts of the case, released online because the press conference was interrupted, say that the additional 14 cartridges from the two officer handguns, another cartridge was found showing that Blevins had fired his gun as well. Okay, it says pretty much two officers were responding to a 911 call about a man shooting in North Minneapolis neighborhood. The male caller described the man as light-skinned and carrying a big bottle of Henson and vodka and a cup of Greenfield local alcohol, which is a bag mix, okay, vodka and beer, not to change the subject. But look, they were shooting at each other, so the officers intervened and shot him. Okay, it's just not safe around here. The caller said, according to the transcript of the 911 call released earlier. So it says the shooting prompted a series of Black Lives Matter protests in Twin Cities, with activists demanding the police release the body camera footage of the incident as soon as possible. Okay, he said he was dismissed from St. Anthony's Police Department. Okay, our family received the $3 million settlement from the city. So the $3 million settlement from the city was hush money. Okay, our people have never seen that type of money a day in their life. But that's pretty much what they do. The state does to get away with murder. Okay, which majority of that 3 million is going to be taxed. So it says, before I close up, this is Second Chronicles 6 verse 37. Yet if they bethink themselves in the land whither they are carried captive, and turn and pray unto thee in the land of their captivity, saying, We have sinned, we have done amiss, and done wickedly. If they return to thee with all their heart and soul, um, turn their captivity and carry them captive. So pretty much shalom. Till next time.